Hello everyone, welcome to Stock Trading Tutor channel. If you'd like to create a free DMAT account with Alice Blue, click the link in the description and fill out your details. You'll also get intraday recommendation calls and you can learn robot trading software for free. Now, let's look at the ITR filing and what has changed this year. So here are some of the changes. You'll have to separately show in your income tax return an amount for HRA exemption, LTA exemption, and gratuity exemption. Employees must also mention all Section 80 deductions separately. So let's look into this in a better way. So the time to prepare for filing your income tax returns for the financial year 2018 and 19 is near. Even though the due date for filing of the returns is July 31st, 2019, filing your return early helps finish this important compliance in time. Besides, if you have a refund due, you can get it back sooner. Your ITR forms have undergone some revision this time. The Central Board of Direct Taxes, also known as CBDT, has also revised Form 16. So let's understand these changes and how they will impact your tax filing. So, the changes in reporting of exempt allowances in the income tax returns Form 16. Those who earn income from a salary have been asked to report some additional details. They must provide a breakup of allowances on which exemption has been claimed. Usually, salaried taxpayers receive allowances such as house rent allowance, which is HRA, and leave travel allowance, which is LTA, or they may have been paid gratuity or leave encashment. A portion or whole of these allowances may be claimed as an exemption from tax. This exemption must now be reported separately for each allowance. Therefore, you will have to separately show in your tax return an amount for HRA exemption, LTA exemption, and gratuity exemption. A similar change in the reporting of exempt allowances has been made in the Form 16, which is an important document for salaried taxpayers who use it to prepare their tax return. Employers who use the Form 16 must now ensure that they are reporting the value of exempt allowances, each one of them separately. Employers must also mention all Section 80 deductions, which is also known as Chapter 6A deductions, separately. Many employers were already reporting these deductions, such as 80C, 80D, and 80G, as separate values in the Form 16. This change brings your Form 16 in sync with your income tax returns. Most websites for e-filing allow filers to upload their Form 16, which helps in populating IT returns automatically for all the information related to salary and the employer. Therefore, though there's more disclosure needed, you may not face issues while filing the income tax returns. Now, let's look at some of the other important changes. Those who have held unlisted equity shares at any time during financial year 2018 and 19 can no longer file. This disclosure will include those who are investors or employees who have exercised their stock options of companies which are either unlisted or listed outside India. They have to report any sales or fresh acquisitions made during the year and the price at which they were transacted. Any individual who has been a director at any time during the financial year 2018 and 19 cannot file the income tax return 1. They must file ITR 2 and report the name of the company, its permanent account number, that is PAN, whether its shares are listed or unlisted, and mention their director identification number, also known as the DIN number. So, have these changes been made? The main reason for this change is that the IT department will be able to reconcile your exemptions with the tax deducted at source made by your employer. Form 16 is a certificate of salary paid to you and the tax deduction service at source deducted on it by the employer. The employer also has to be submitted a consolidated TDS return that has information and breakup of all the TDS deducted on salary. This TDS return is called the Form 24Q. The changes mentioned above have been replicated to Form 24Q as well. The Income Tax Department will now have exemptions and deductions claimed by you that flow from Form 16 to your income tax return and match with the tax deducted at source return submitted by the employer. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos on stock market and trading, please subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to create a free DMAT account with Alice Blue, Click the link in the description and fill out your details. You'll also get intraday recommendation calls and you can learn robo trading software for free.